Hey there everybody, it's Shadow Sonic here to bring you part 71 of my Smash Ultimate Spiritless Let's Play. And annoyingly, this is another episode where I have to do post-commentary because Audacity screwed up. Anyway. Oh, I was just checking to see who that was. Anyway, in the last episode, we defeated the Ganon. And in this episode, I'm going to start by having Ganondorf take down that Kracko, because I hadn't used him yet. Hey. Oh, something else I had mentioned back then. I've actually gotten everything off of my old computer onto the new one, except for the recording stuff. So, that's good! What's even better is that my little tests on trying to record game footage through OBS were extremely fruitful. Like, it'll be even easier for me to record computer games than it had been for me to record physical games like this. Anyway. Ready, go! The Kracko, as you could see, was a 2-star. I only need to kill the Diddy. But, well, getting rid of the Pikachus isn't that big a deal. Heck, I'm a bit surprised that it was a 2-star instead of a 1-star with how easy it was. So there's one down. And yeah, this little gimmick, you can't exactly see the paths, you have to guess. Anyway, I know that this is where I'm wanting to go, but I had seen a chest up in that corner and figured that... Oh. Why am I going back again? Whatever. And figured that maybe the chest had something good. So, here we go, switching back to Kirby for the Wild Gunman fight. Everyone starts out at 300% damage. We start with some invincibility that quickly fades. And I need to kill 5 dogs. And there's also a lot of guns. Thing is, at 300%, no one is... At that little... At 300%, yeah, I could just do that! So... Yeah, this is one of the few... This is one of the few matches that it being spiritless doesn't matter. So, yeah, Wild Gunman is mine. And it's stupid snacks. Yeah, no point in beating 3 sacred treasures. It's not blocking any routes. Which means now it's time for Loki, who is a Sheik that periodically becomes invisible, has item gravitation, and really likes using items. Something it didn't mention is that those items are always going to be stopwatches. Yeah. Oh, jeez, I really hope that this preview window is not reflective of the final quality of the video, because it was looking a little slideshowy in the background there. Just fast enough that I could tell that it was still animation.
Ready? Go!
Okay, now it's looking better. Nope, never mind. Ah, whatever. I don't think any of you guys see that sort of thing either. So I very quickly realized that the only way I'm going to defeat Loki is by gimping him off the stage. What else is new? Yeah, invisible, not so much when we both have those auras. You know, had I not hit the Sheik there, I would have won. As it stands, though... this isn't going to end well, as you might have expected. I mean, seriously, I'm just a sitting duck right here. Can't even pull off the ledge efficiently. And yep, there I go.
Continue.
Now, I don't
Ready?
actually remember what was the winning run. I don't think it was this one. Nope, wasn't that one. And that Sheik was surviving my gimp attempts quite often.
Ready? Go!
Oh, yep, that was it. I was afraid that it had gone on for longer. So now we have the giant clockwork. And yeah, there's Crazy Hand again. You remember when we fought Crazy Hand, right? Oh, also, those Meta Knights make it look like there's a problem, but no, we can just get around this way. So, we face a giant Pichu... Oh. You know, I was saying at the time that I didn't think that I didn't see what the giant part was, because it didn't look giant to me, but now that I'm looking at it again... I think it's just that Pichu is such a tiny fighter that even giant looks normal size. Yeah. And there's Pichu down. I'm not going to go through Omega Ridley to get that chest. At least not right now. Instead, I'm going to be fighting Crazy Hand. Who, I figured, well, I beat him once before, and I was technically weaker, so this should be easy. How foolish I was! I mean, sure, it looks like everything is going fine right now. I'm dodging all of his attacks very easily. And even that one... The thing is, there are only 3 attacks that have any real chance of hitting me. And that's one of them! That one attack was responsible for this going from a first try sort of boss to a entire rest of this video boss. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a task for me to post-commentate over. Yeah, I did a bit of 1, 2, and then dodge on 3 with that attack. Seriously, why does Audacity have to ruin my recording on a boss video? Shouldn't it know that it's harder for me to post-commentate over boss videos? It's not like I can recreate, ah, dang it, come on, come on, come on, that well. And yeah, one thing I remember I did remark was that I think that the life bar might be weighted to look like it's doing more when the boss has more health, up until the point where it's just only a few pixels near the end, which is incredibly infuriating. And there's the hand again!
Continue.
Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Since I can't try to do authentic reactions to trying and failing to beat the boss. Ah, yeah, well, taking that damage there was a bit problematic. Enough for me to kill myself, because, yeah, I have skills on that make me do more damage when I'm below 30% and when I'm undamaged. So, taking any sort of damage at the start is very bad. Of course, that was just an accident. Yeah. I'm wondering how the final boss of the game is going to go at this rate. Because now that I think about it, every single boss has been a thing. Especially Gleam. and he always looked like the easier one of the duo to me. Ay, ay, ay. Then again, with the 2-in-1 fight, at least they can damage themselves, and I have a few more tricks that I've learned since then.
Continue.
I mean, really looking forward to Galeem basically spoon-feeding me health using Ness's absorption technique. Because, yes, that is a thing that I can do. Hey. I'm actually not sure if I can do that with Darkon's Gatling gun attack. Or would that be a Gatling gun? Maybe it would be more scatter shot. Would be more accurate. You probably know what I'm talking about by now. Huh. Okay, so what else to talk about? Oh yeah! I've seen who the next, DLC fighter is after Sephiroth now. Gotta say, I'm a bit underwhelmed. I mean, I'm sure there are people who are fine, who like seeing that character get in. I mean, the whole reason the bonus Mii costume was included in the first Fighter's Pass was because that originally wasn't a possibility. But, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just another swordsman. Even if it's not actually a man. I mean, Sephiroth was fine because it had the whole big range thing. And some other unique attacks that make it play very much not like a swordsman. Not so with this character. In fact, the only big gimmick I've noticed so far... Oh, for the love of... Why the heck did the...
Continue.
Why the heck did the footage corrupt there? I mean, I might as well leave it in since I'm just doing this post-commentary. And thus I don't need to worry about it desyncing with my audio, but I hate that it does that now. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about how I didn't like the new Smash Fighter. And yeah, the only real issue I have with them being on the roster is that it's less space for someone I think is more deserving. Cough, cough, Crash, cough, cough, Sora. Cough, cough. I mean, I know spirits don't deconfirm, but I find it extremely unlikely that they're going to go that route again. So, I don't think Rayman's going to get in. I don't think that Shadow's going to get in. And I don't think Shantae's going to get in. Though I would very much like any of those. The whole Crash and Soar thing is more realistic expectations. I mean, I've heard some rumors that there might be a Fighters Pass 3 happening, but considering how sure it had sounded that Fighters Pass 2 was going to be the last Fighters Pass, I kind of doubt that too. Anyway. So, I think I've exhausted that topic. What other... Let's see, I already talked about how I can technically do computer recording now. I might as well mention a few things that would involve. Well, for one thing, I am a bit of an old hat now when it comes to emulating games from the 5th generation of consoles and older. So that is a lot of potential ROM hacks and games that I don't and never will have a console release for on the list now. I mean... let's see, what's a notable... Oh yeah! AM2R is a thing that I could do in the future, potentially. Not promising it. Not even saying it's necessarily likely. But it's definitely a thing I can do. Rayman Redemption is another one, though that would be kind of weird since I've already Let's Played the original version. Though, if you haven't heard of Rayman Redemption before, and were thinking that the Rayman game looked interesting from my Let's Play or whatever, definitely do Rayman Redemption. That is a far better iteration of what is essentially the same game. To the point where I wouldn't even think of playing through the old version again outside of historical curiosity. Sort of like how no one in their right mind should play the original Game Boy version of Metroid 2 outside of historical curiosity. I mean, seriously. It was so painful on the eyes and ears both. So let's see, that's emulators and fan games taken care of. Let's see. Steam, I guess, is a thing. I mean, I know I've mentioned several times that I have Hat in Time on Steam, and that I do intend to do that at some point after I'm done with this Smash Ultimate Spiritless run. Because I really, really want to get back to playing that in general. To the point where now a big part of my motivation of recording more Smash is just so I can get to the Hat in Time project sooner. But yeah. Funny thing, I could also do Dandara, despite the fact that I own that via PS4, because at one point the Epic Games Store had offered that game for free. And ever since I became aware that they do that sort of thing for games, which was like back when they offered Civilization for free, I've been just adding them to that library. Just because. Why not? Only ever played one of them, or one of the games I got from that, and probably will never play almost all of them, but it's a thing. So yeah, other Steam games. Ah, I have both of the Ori games. So that's cool. And Hollow Knight. Oh, I love Hollow Knight. Basically did everything that you can do in one run, except for Pantheons 4, 5, and some of the bindings on the other Pantheons. And there's also Rabby Ribby. That's a game that has oodles and oodles and oodles of achievements to get. At one point I had resolved to do it all, and yeah, I still don't think I'm anywhere close. Granted, I hadn't been playing it in a long time due to only recently being able to do that game well again. Because, you know, old computer, controller going bad, no longer a problem because new computer allows for better controller. I'm sure I've gone all over that sort of thing before. Shut up, phone! Shut up, shut up, shut up. I'll have to remember to call her back. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, another game that I said shut up, phone. Another game that I have on Steam is Mark of the Ninja. That one was cool. I think I got through if I remember correctly, I got through every single level without getting detected. I mean, not in a row, of course, but you get the idea. Let's see. Other Steam games. Oh, there's one real good kicker is I have Tabletop Simulator, and so does a friend or two I have from back in Alaska, which means I might be able to do collaborative stuff again. You know, like Dokapon Kingdom had been, or Fortune Street. I've also been looking into this whole net play thing with emulators. Because the guys that I did those Let's Plays with have been feeling a bit nostalgic, as have I. But yeah, Tabletop Simulator has got some good stuff, like, it's got Red Dragon Inn, it's got, King of Tokyo, it's got Twilight Imperium, it's got a lot of stuff if you factor in mods. So, basically, if it's a board game, it's probably on there somehow. Because someone will have made it work. And when I say board game, I include card game. Of course, that would be a lot trickier to do any actual recording with, projects with, because, you know, they'd have to record their audio and send it to me, and blah 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 blah. But it's something to keep in mind. Let's see. Anything else of note? PC is the way that I own the Oddworld series. So that is cool. And, oh, there's also some really cool, some really fun puzzle games I've got in there. Like, the ones that come to mind most right now is, Talos Principle, The Witness, Braid I just thought of, mostly due to being made by the same person as The Witness. And one real clever one, Baba Is You, which apparently has a sort of opt-in beta for modding, for a level editor scene itself. Not that I've messed with that, because I don't mess with opt-in stuff. But I've seen a few projects done by other people that have posted their creations online, and yeah. To put it simply, there are two statements that are simultaneously true. One is that Baba Is You is one of the most is likely the most mind-bending game I've ever played. And the second is that the modding scene makes the original stuff look like medium difficulty. So, yeah, that's the thing. Hey. Okay. I think this is where I figured out that doing the hammer is better damage on the stun state than just smash attacks. Okay. Alright. Can I think of any new Steam games? Other Steam games I want to talk about? I mean, I know I have a good deal more. Like, the Myst series. Oh yeah, I was one of the people who kickstarted the 25th anniversary re-releases, which means I've got all of those. I've only ever beaten the first game, though. Well, that and the second, but the second was done 5 years... not 5 years. I had 5 on the mind, because Riven's whole thing is the number 5. And it was years and years ago that I beat it, in the original. Probably with the aid of a lot of walkthroughs. So, yeah. So yeah, that Myst series is a thing. I've also got La Mulana there. Not the second one. I own that on PS4, but not Steam. I've seen one Let's Play, namely the one of Raocow. But with a game like La Mulana, that doesn't really matter much if it's not... if you didn't watch the part minutes before you actually played the game. Let's see. Any other good ones of note? There probably are. The Trine trilogy. Those were gifted to me by my friend Zebulon quite a while ago. And Fez 2. I mean, not the game Fez 2, I meant, like, also Fez. It's a shame not Fez 2, because Fez 2 does not exist. Because that creator went butthurt over social media comments at some point, I guess, and blah, 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 blah. That's a wound that even by internet standards had been considered healed over a long time ago. But yeah, that's also a puzzle game. Let's see. I guess I can't really think of any other Steam games. I mean, I own Steins;Gate, but... something tells me that I'm not the sort of individual who would, who can let's play visual novels that well. Not to mention, I watched the anime, so I kinda know how everything's going to happen. Or at least in the original / remake. Not so much Zero or Linear Bounded Phonogram, but nah. Guess the only other thing I can think to mention is, a new game I got for PS4 recently, due to it having been on sale. Shame that it's no longer on sale, otherwise I'd recommend it, but, Gravity Rush! Gravity Rush was awesome. I mean, best way I could describe that is, as far as overall gameplay feel, think Infamous, but switch out the more dark superhero tone for kind of slightly anime-esque thing, mystery, and the main aspect is not lightning, but rather gravity. Which, in the case of that game, basically means free flight on a 3D plane in a game that's actually made to be challenging with that. I mean, not that challenging. It only took me a few days to complete, but it was definitely a fun few days. Definitely keeping my eye on the sequel in case that ever goes on a similar deal. Although the demo for that sequel didn't control quite as well, in my opinion. Maybe it was just because it was a demo. I hope. Anyway. Or maybe it was because you're at level 1 in the demo, whereas I've already grown used to max level abilities. But yeah, fun game. Maybe not worth the $30 it is by default, but then again, what game is ever worth its default price to me? Actually, you know, I think this might be the winning run. Yeah, I think this is going to be the winning run, guys. Hopefully I'll never have to do that post-commentating again, because I really dug deep to the bottom of that well of talking about other games I've got for that. One, two... Yep, okay, dodge that. Yes! Alright! And with that... Finally! Crazy Hand is down once again! Whew, that feels good. Even just watching it here and remembering how I felt. But It would seem that is not enough for me to get into the final dungeon. Instead, I need to tackle 2 more spirits, and then I'll have access. But that is for next time. Anthony, can you send us off, please?
It's Waluigi! Anyway, if you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can become super popular! And him too, I guess.
Thank you. Also, be sure to let me know what you want to see in future projects, or what you think of this game, or just things in general. I really do appreciate any comments that aren't spam. Not that I have a problem with spam, just, you know. So, I'm right here, I'm thinking of what skill to get. Because there aren't actually that many left on the board. Especially not that many useful ones. But I find myself using neutral attacks quite a bit. So... yeah, I now have neutral attacks. And... that'll be it.